Next, we are going to insert the table inside. So if you look at or refer to the room schedule now, it is very, very simply a situation of you clicking and dragging it here, and then the table will appear here. Once we have this, you find that you now have the room schedule table here. But obviously, it is going to need some work because the formatting just looks hideous. So we are going to select this object here, or we are going to go back to room schedule again and click on the properties and click on fields, let's say. And we are going to change, first of all, under the appearance. This is a default. Under appearance here, this is a default setting. There is such a thing called the blank row before data. Blank row before data refers to this. Do you see down here, this table appears broken? The header is disconnected from the data. I personally find that this is a problem because it almost feels like you're creating two separate sets of data instead of one. It's a problem. So let's fix it. So what's going to happen is we go back to this and we click on appearance, and then we uncheck this blank row before data and we click OK. Alright. And then let's take a look at our table now. You'll find that there is no more issue of the blank row. Next, we need to do some form of sorting to it. Like the words are being truncated here. So it's not good because we could have given it more spacing by dragging the... Notice this, if I force it really close, the rows become thicker. So what's going to happen is I'm going to drag it longer. And I'll just open this up a little bit more. Areas in number more also, I will stretch it and stretch it this way. So the numbers now appear, the table now appear shorter this way. I can also right click on the table itself and click on edit schedule, in which under formatting itself, if I go to formatting tab, some of these are our working numbers. Like for example, this area bracket numbers, it's a working table. I need this column to be around so I can calculate the numbers. But I don't need it to be presented. I don't need it to be shown because too many of the same data but in many different number formats confuses everybody. So what's going to happen is I will click on this particular header and I will click hidden field and I will click OK. Now you find that this field is no longer present. Okay, but inside here, if you look at the schedule properties, it is still there, but it's not shown. So you now see that it is now smaller. And then what we can do is also we can rearrange the order again. Rearrange the order of the table's header again so that it becomes area first in square meters, area in square feet, construction cost per meter square, and then construction, the actual room construction cost from there. I have since added in one more area down here because if you look at this, if you look at yours compared to mine, you will find that the room construction cost, it is in numbers at the moment. It's in 4-digit precision, 14090.2944. So in order to convert that into usable applied figures or values, it needs to be converted to a dollar sign or money sign. So therefore, we need to create another new column and to change things. Let me show you how this is done, alright? Let me get rid of this and show you again. Delete. To convert this one from numbers, let me just rename this again. Okay, from numbers to dollars, we will insert another calculated value called room construction cost. Let's say in dollar sign. And with this, under the type here, instead of numbers, we are going to change it to currency. This one, currency, money. And when we click the formula bit here, it will be fishing out data from room construction cost in numbers. This one. And then we will click OK. And to make it usable, so we will add in a divide by 1 or multiply by 1 situation so that it converts itself into a currency. This one. And we click OK. And we click OK. You will then find that there is a room construction cost column inserted here. Alright. So let's take a look in the table now. Once it is inserted in already, it is now here. But that poses another problem, because that would mean that I have a duplicate, right? I have a duplicate set of room construction cost. One is in numbers, the other one it is in dollar signs. So I need to hide that one away. I will go into edit schedule now. Under formatting, I will look for room construction cost, and I will make sure I will check it so that it becomes a hidden field. Okay, and then I will click OK, and then I will click close. So now we have what we need beautifully here. There's one more thing about alignments. Everything here by default is aligned left. Not very good, because when we deal with numbers, we deal with currency, depending on certain formats, it needs to be aligned right. Some align center, some align right, some align left. That's the situation. So right click, click on edit schedule, go to formatting again. Look, under number, this is the serial number. Serial number should align left or right or center. I heard center. Good. It should be aligned center. The name should be aligned left, right or center. Name, actually there's no controller. Name by right can be either left or either center, depending on preferences really. Although under technical documentation, normally you will see them happening on the left, but not a big deal. But if you align on the right, you better have very good reasons, that one. Okay? Areas and so on, these are numbers. It can be center or it can be aligned right, especially when it deals with decimal digits. So in this case, let's have them on the right. Let's have them on the right as well. Construction cost by right. This refers to dollars and cents, but at the moment it is now in dumb numbers. By right, I need to create another column, another calculated value column that converts this to money, to currency, okay, which I'll deal with later on. So don't worry about this for now. And the final item, the room construction cost in dollar signs. I want to change that to align right. And I click OK first, and I close it and take a look. Alright, that should make the table more logical, more readable. Okay, now I'm going to just revise this a little bit, because this one is in digits. I am going to I'm going to convert it to currency, okay? And to do that, I must click on edit schedule, I must click on fields, I must add in a calculated value called what? Construction cost per meter squared in $, let's say, and change it to currency unit or currency type, and I will fish the data out from construction cost per meter squared bracket in numbers and click OK and divide or multiply by 1, which is the same thing, and click OK and OK. After that, I click on formatting to hide away this number, this construction cost in numbers, and I will align this construction cost per meter squared to the right, and I will move the order upwards here and click OK and close. So there you go. That will give me an indication of the table in cost, in logical terms, in numbers, and so on. Alright, and then one more finishing touch to it. I will just, under the room construction cost, I will add in calculate total, so that we will see the total amount happening at the bottom here. Then when I'm happy with it, I'm going to put the table inside this.